and welcome back to Etown News. I'm Rosena Campana.
And I'm Will Veith. The Class of 2025 Graduation Fair, 125th Anniversary Trip to Long Island, and more coming up after this.
Elizabethtown College has their own student-run radio station here in Steinman. Students in any year can join to be a DJ and there's no prior experience needed. We have many great DJs for this semester. To listen to our DJs, tune in on the radio or use the TuneIn app to listen to WWEC 88.3, The Sound of Elizabethtown.
Do you believe in life beyond Earth? Dr. Tim Galladin certainly does. Join him in Gibble Auditorium this Monday, February 24th at 7 p.m. to hear about his military and oceanographic experience with alien life forms and vehicles here on Earth. Dr. Galladin has extensive experience in the world of oceanography, UFOs, and UAPs, with experience serving as Deputy Administrator of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Superintendent of the U.S. Naval Observatory, and much more. Now as a research affiliate for Harvard University's Galileo Project, he is hoping to garner more attention for the specific study of undersea and transmedium UAP. Join Dr. Galladin in Gibble Auditorium on Monday for a truly out-of-this-world experience.
On Tuesday, February 18th, Keystone Pet Enhanced Therapy Services, better known as K-PETS, visited the Elizabethtown College campus. From 4 to 6 p.m., members of the Elizabethtown community could visit the second-floor lounge in the Bauer Center to meet a couple of companion dogs there to pet and bring smiles to faces. This was a great opportunity to help students de-stress. The dogs were more than happy to meet every member of the campus that stopped by, wagging their tails and running up towards them with excited looks on their faces. Volunteers were there to inform students about what K-PETS is and answer any questions they may have about the dogs and the organization. K-PETS serves local communities where human-to-animal connection might be beneficial. The volunteers and animals promote well-being as the organization provides thousands of hours of pet therapy every year.
Continuing Elizabethtown College's celebration of Black History Month, Assistant Director of the Learning Zone, Eugene Thomas, will be hosting Cooking for the Culture. This session will explore how classic soul food dishes can be recreated with healthier ingredients, preserving their essence while promoting well-being and longevity. Celebrate the tradition, storytelling, and vibrant history of African American cuisine this Tuesday, February 25th at 5 o'clock in the Mosaic House. Registration is required for this event. Email Darcy Mills at millsd@etown.edu to reserve your spot.
Graduation can be a very stressful and overwhelming experience. Elizabethtown College wants to help make things easier for anyone going through that process. The Class of 2025 Graduation Fair will be taking place this Tuesday, February 25th, in the BSC Concourse. You can find information about ordering regalia, graduation announcements, class rings, diploma frames, and more. The fair is open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., so stop by anytime.
The 125th anniversary of Elizabethtown Colleges continues on Wednesday, March 12th, with a trip to Long Island, New York. Dr. L. Granger is hosting a night of networking and connecting at the Nassau Country Club for all current students and alumni. There will be appetizers and beverages provided for all who attend. Registration is now open on the Elizabethtown Alumni Association website and will close on March 7th. Now here's Gwyn Young with your weekly sports update.
Thanks, Rosena. The Blue Jay Athletics saw an action-packed weekend full of personal bests, new records, and wins. Last Thursday marked the first day of spring sports as Elizabethtown women's lacrosse dominated Gwynedd Mercy 20-4. Ella Scholes recorded 6 goals, while Megan Gress scored 5 more. The Lady Jays hope to keep this hot streak going when they take on Albright this Saturday. The men's lacrosse team was in action last Friday, taking on Wilkes. The Blue Jays won in dominant fashion as well, beating the Colonels 25-3. Jake Woodworth had an impressive game with 9 goals on the day, along with 1 assist. The team is in action again tomorrow when they face Washington College. Men's and women's swimming competed at the Landmark Conference Championships over the weekend. The women finished 5th out of 10 teams with a total of 306 points. Junior Haley Poulos broke the school records in both the 1,000 free and the 1,650 free, placing 7th in the 1,650 free. Senior Gracie Harding took home hardware in the 100 free, finishing runner-up. On the men's side, the Blue Jays finished 4th out of 10 teams with 320 points. Junior Leaf Hoffman finished on the podium twice, swimming to runner-up in the 200 back and 6th in the 200 fly. In the last event of the day, the 400 free relay placed 5th in a time of 3 minutes and 20 seconds. The men's and women's track and field teams traveled to the Big Apple on Saturday to compete at the NYU D3 Invitational. Sophomore Trevor Albright and senior Daniel Myers both won their events, with Albright winning the 200 in a time of 22.63 and Myers winning the mile in a time of 4:16. Albright doubled back in the 400 to take runner-up in a time of 50.23. Both men are now in the top 5 all-time in their respective events. Kelty Oster breaks her 3rd school record of the season at the Boston University Valentine Invitational, running the 800 in a new school and conference record time of 2:09.46. The rest of the Blue Jay women competed at NYU with 2 top 5 finishes. Sophomore Kate Bendel finished 5th in the triple jump with a jump of 11.06 meters, and senior Maureen Bosack finished 5th in the mile in a time of 5:22. Both teams will see several competitors travel to Susquehanna University tomorrow for the SU tune-up. Women's basketball continues to dominate, beating Drew 77-57 on Wednesday. McKenna Mummer, Danny Ray Reno, and Summer McNulty all scored double digits to defeat the Rangers. The Lady Jays now stand at 20-3 and are ranked 22nd in the nation going into their last regular season game against second-ranked Scranton on Saturday. Men's basketball struggled against Drew, losing 96-87. Junior Austin Finarelli scored 18 points, while senior Malik Hughes put up 14. EJ Finney led the Blue Jays in rebounds with 9. The men's team sits at 9-14 going into their last regular season game against Scranton on Saturday. Men's volleyball won a back-and-forth match against Lancaster Bible College over the weekend, 3-2. All 5 sets were close, with Lancaster Bible winning matches 1 and 3, and the Blue Jays winning 2 and 4, going into set 5. The Blue Jays were able to win another close set, 15-13, to take home the overall win. Freshman Aaron Gopinath led the team in kills with 16, and senior Ethan Scott led the team in assists with 29. The 10-4 Blue Jays will face off against Immaculata tomorrow night at 7 p.m. In professional sports news, Vancouver Canucks forward Drew O'Connor signed a 2-year, $5 million contract on Tuesday. O'Connor has been with the Canucks since February 1st after a trade with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Defenseman Marcus Peterson also joined the Canucks from the trade and signed a 6-year, $33 million contract with the team on February 5th. The San Antonio Spurs will be without All-Star center Victor Wembanyama for the remainder of the season. It was announced yesterday that the reigning Rookie of the Year has a blood clot in his right shoulder. The team believes this is an isolated incident, meaning he should be ready to play next season. That's all for your sport news. Now here's Layla Murphy with your weekly weather report.
Thanks, Gwen. Welcome to the Weekly Weather Watch, where we cover the weather once a week, rain or shine. I'm your host, Layla Murphy. Today, Friday the 21st, is partly cloudy with a high of 33 and a low of 16. Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high of 39 and a low of 23. Sunday, we'll see a mix of clouds and sun with a high of 43 and a low of 25. On Monday, it will be mostly cloudy with a high of 48 and a low of 34. Clouds will block out all of the sun on Tuesday, but we will see a high of 52 and a low of 36. Wednesday, we'll have some more clouds, but the sun should come back out. There will be a high of 49 and a low of 33. To round out the week on Thursday, we'll see some sun with a chance of rain hitting the area later in the day. We'll have a high of 48 and a low of 33. Thanks for tuning into the Weekly Weather Watch. I'm Layla Murphy. See you in March. Now back to Will and Rosena in the studio.
The United States and Russia are appointing teams to represent the countries in negotiations to end the ongoing war in Ukraine. This comes as in-person talks between the two countries wrap up what was said to be a productive discussion. It's believed that Russia's demands could include retaining part of Ukraine's territory and replacing President Zelensky, as the official decision will be made in the upcoming weeks. It's a similar situation in the Middle East, as the negotiations between Israel and Palestine are looking to get underway soon. The hope was that the countries would come to an agreement that would end the conflict and see the return of the hostages on both sides. However, if they're unable to reach an agreement by March 1st, the current ceasefire will end, resuming the war. And lastly, President Trump and Elon Musk held a joint interview with Fox News' Sean Hannity this past Tuesday. The duo tackled questions regarding the election, their new friendship, and Musk's role in the government. The Tesla CEO is in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, a temporary organization tasked with cutting down federal spending. Musk claimed they had already saved $55 billion, while Trump believes that total will surpass $1 trillion.
This past Sunday, Studio AH hosted the SNL 50th anniversary special. The star-studded event saw musical performances from several artists, including Paul Simon, Sabrina Carpenter, and Lil Wayne with the Roots. The opening monologue was done by 16-time host Steve Martin, while Meryl Streep made her SNL debut in the final sketch of the night. The episode invited back countless former cast members and comedians for surprise cameos, like Eddie Murphy, Tracy Morgan, Cecily Strong, and John Mulaney. The 50th anniversary celebration was NBS's most watched primetime entertainment telecast in 5 years, pulling almost 15 million viewers. This past Tuesday, rapper A$AP Rocky was found not guilty of shooting his former friend and collaborator, A$AP Rocky. The prosecution alleged that on the evening of November 6, 2021, following a dispute, Rocky fired a gun at Rocky, grazing his right hand. While Rocky can be seen on surveillance footage holding a gun before the incident, the defense claims the gun is only a prop. Rocky started carrying at the recommendation of a security advisor, claiming the gun only fires blanks. Rocky's lawyer says that Rally's knuckle injuries are only scrapes that could have come from a fight or a fall. Police who arrived at the scene stated it was hard to tell whether a crime had taken place. If convicted, Rocky would have faced up to 24 years in prison. The 2025 Oscars will take place on Sunday, March 2nd, with Conan O'Brien as host. Musical Emilia Perez leads with 13 nominations, closely followed by Wicked and The Brutalist, both of which received 10 nominations. The Oscars will be available to watch on ABC and Hulu.
That's all for this week, Jays. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at ECTV40 for all the latest updates on our shows. I'm Will Veith.
And I'm Rosena Campana. Have a great week, and remember to
Take flight,
Etown.
Etown.